Hail and well met, mere mortals. My name is Wizham. I'm an ageless 2D pig wizard from another dimension, and I've come to your material plane in order to complete RuneScape's free-to-play, one chunk at a time. Let me catch you up to speed real quick. A few things have happened since we last spoke. Firstly, a commenter on the last video pointed out I could now make anchovy pizzas, but I had not achieved 55 cooking for it or had it as a chunk task. This is because items from processing, like making a plain pizza, are not counted as a primary source under the vanilla rule set. However, I like this idea. I like the idea of making something from something else that I've already made. So I added it to my rule set, which means I need to get 55 cooking now. By the way, if you want a more detailed breakdown of all the rules I'm playing with, be sure to check out my chunk map, linked in the description below. It also shows my current progress, so depending when you watch this, there may be spoilers in there, so proceed with caution. After backlogging the Wizard's Tower tasks last episode, it was time to roll some new chunks. First, we rolled the rest of Lumbridge Farm, which didn't present any new tasks, so this is a free chunk. Next was the North Draenor Village chunk. This chunk only required me to start Vampire Slayer, so no drama there. Up next was our first chunk in Al-Kharid. The only task here was to cut an emerald, requiring 27 crafting. At level 20, I'd be able to cut sapphires from the gemstall to train, but to get there, I'd have to spin wool. 1,788 balls of wool. 66 inventories of wool. Nothing crazy for a seasoned grinder such as myself. Only things that stood in my way were the rams and this thing. Once I hit 20, I just headed over to the gem stall and cleaned him out on every available world a few times. If you aren't familiar with this process, the gem trader has a set stock on each world and restocks the sapphires every 4 hours and 10 minutes. This is a popular way of getting some easy early crafting experience, and some money too, since you can sell the cut gems straight back to him for a profit. With so many people needing to grind out these early crafting levels, means that sometimes when you come visit, he might be completely out of the gems that you want. I got lucky, and also visited during some very off hours, so I hit 27 crafting in no time. The next chunk I rolled was one I had been dreading ever since I started this account. West Lumbridge Swamp. This chunk requires me to obtain some leather gloves, complete the quest Restless Ghost, and something else. What was it? Oh yeah, 70 mining and 70 smithing. All thanks to these little adamantine rocks here. Before I leave this chunk, I have to mine an adamantite ore and smith an adamantite bar. All with an iron pickaxe I luckily got earlier from a clue casket. Now, it could have been worse. I could still be stuck with a bronze pick. And what's more, I could have rolled this chunk without access to the anvil and Draenor sewers, which means I would not have had the benefit of smithing mithril from level 50 to level 70. It would have been bronze bars the whole way. I might have quit if that were the case. But, as it stands, I only had to smith bronze up to 50. So, I got to work mining an inventory of tin and copper, making bars at the furnace, smithing items to sell at the general store, and repeating that process until I hit level 50. Then, it was on to mithril. Since I can't smith the bars on the anvil in Lumbridge, and I had some nature runes stacked up, I decided to mine all the myth and coal I needed for a smithing level, superheat the bars at the bank, then take all the bars down to the anvil in the sewers to smith them. I'll hit 70 mining way before I ever hit 70 smithing, so any XP lamps or books from random events will go straight into smithing to speed it up just that much more. And that brings us to the current day. As of writing this script, I'm at 67 mining and 57 smithing, with 58 just around the corner. And we're live. That's the end of the script. You're all caught up, so now, from here on out, you'll just experience things as I experience them in the moment. When I get a smithing level, you'll see me get a smithing level. When I get a cool clue casket, you'll see me get the clue casket. But more likely than not, you'll see me get absolutely nothing from a clue casket. So buckle up. Here we go. All right, so this is going to be my first inventory. 2, 3, 4. Without nature runes. I was superheating everything, but I've run out of nature runes, and I think stacking them back up is just going to take so much time. I might as well just run the bars. So, oh, and we're out of run energy because I'm free to play and I have no agility. But we'll run from the top of the castle. We'll come down here to the furnace. We will make some bars. And then we will take them back up to the bank, grab more ore, and do that. Let's see, 5 at a time, 260. Well, that's just 40, 50 trips, something like that. Yeah, 52 trips, I think. But yeah, this is going to be my life. We'll do this. And if we finish this today and we make all the weapons and stuff, then I'll do some cooking training. And before you say,
well, Sam, why don't you just use the PvP world chest on the first floor?
you need like 10 quest points or something to access the PvP worlds free to play, and I don't have that many. So, rip me. And that is 58 smithing. Only 12 more to go. This is a great place to play right-click roulette because we got such winners. 10 milligram Valium. That's really good. Love that. Where was this other one? Decline aid. I have UTI. Just incredible. I'm so glad these things don't attack me anymore. It makes this whole smithing process so much more easy. So much easier. So much more easy. So much more easier. Easier. I'm trying to decide when I hit 7D mining if I'm going to mine the adamant ore right there to celebrate. But I feel like it'll just make me feel bad because I can't smith it. You know, it'll just be sitting in my bank tantalizing me. So maybe I wait. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I miss killing the demon over and over for nothing. You know what I mean? And that's 33%, 1/3 of the way to our smithing goal of 7. Well, I guess 33.3% would be closer to a third of the way. Why is there a fire here even? Hot! That's my favorite examine text ever. Hot! And that is 33.3% of the way to level 70. We are officially 1/3 of the way to level 70 smithing. And it has only been like 2 months. So 4 more months to go, probably. Can't see clearly when you're gone. On, I say, ooh, I'm blinded by the light. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I say, ooh, I'm drowning in my thrill. No, I can't leave until 70 smithing. Oh, I'm sorry, Rat. I didn't mean to kill you. Oh, I feel so bad. That is 59 smithing on the chunk account. I can now make mithril warhammers, and members can make grapples and Shazian helms. So that's cool. Ooh, Leo. I'll help you with your graves. I forgot I was wearing that horrible mask. Ah! All right. I know it says 100% here, but that's a lie. Because I'm still 69 mining. Nice. And we have 1 more coal ore until we hit level 70. 107 days ago, I rolled this chunk. I've been mining and smithing ever since. And with this next coal, whenever it decides to mine, which could take some time. That's it. We did it. 70 mining completed. I can now mine adamant ore. And of course, they are both mined. Some bot came through and mined them for me. Getting the GZs in the chats. Feels good. Feels good. We've still got 2/3 of the way to go of our smithing grind, but that's a big one out of the way. We're going to start today off with a cheeky little casket opening. We're really hoping for a black pick, but we will be excited about, I don't know, air staff. Definitely not cabbages. Spin for luck. What is that? Black chain body. That is not what I wanted. Law runes are alright. Steel battle axe, whatever. Black chain body. So, yeah, that's not what I want at all. Oh well. Level up completed. 60 smithing on the one chunk at a time. Feels like yesterday. I can now make mithril battle axes and dragon square shields. Well, I will remember that for when I get shield halves. All right, let's go ahead and make the rest of these swords, and then we'll get back to mining. Look at all these dudes mining that star. Feels like I'm being invaded. Like nobody's ever here mining with me. And now it's like, party's here. I'll pretend like it's because of me. They're here for me. I messed up the recording, but I just opened 2 reward caskets from beginner clues that I've been juggling on the ground. One was a steel axe, and the other was 21 earth runes and 8 sardines. Not exactly what we call a banger, but yet we press on. And that is 61 smithing. That is 62 smithing. 8 more to go. That is 63 smithing. And that is 74 mining. That doesn't give me anything, but there it is. All right, well, I've got a beginner casket here. Let's see what it could be. We're hoping for a black pick, maybe a air staff. Either of those would be cool. Never lucky. 75 mining. Taking away the moments that make up a dull day. Fritter and waste the hours in an offhand way. Nintendo 64 smithing. Okay, let's go. I need a black pick, black pick, a black pick is what I need. Hey, hey. Spin for good luck. And we open never lucky.
Level up completed.
65 smithing. So with the last of those bars, I got us to 65 smithing. We only need 3,559 more bars to get to level 70. Let's get mine in. All right, well, that's going to do it for me today. We've come a long way, and we've still got a ways to go. So I'll see you all in 6 months, a year, however long it takes for me to get to 70 smithing. I've been Wizham. Farewell, mere mortals.